Hi, this is Jens Walling from Lunalista. I'm going to show you a solution for your contact tracing that you need to do in your office. I'm going to mix between screen sharing and using the two computer screens here behind me. So stay with me. I will first want to show you a potential setup. And the idea is that you have a registration screen on your reception lobby desk, and then the computers that you otherwise have in the office reflect some of the things that happens there. Okay, so have that background in your mind right now. I'm going to stop the sharing and moving to use the screens here. So the big screen here is big, so I can show you details, but it really represents a small screen. This one represents the screens that you already, or the TVs that you already have up in the office, that will show motivational pictures, listings, celebrate birthdays, social events, and these seasonal pictures, all of that to make your office more attractive now that agents starts coming back and everything's empty. So these screens will reflect things that happens here in your registration. So I am going to say, you now have an agent who comes into the office, is by the reception, and let's say that it is Eric here, and Eric will click his image, and that is basically how he signs into the office. The screen here behind me will shortly reflect the change that happens. So when someone signs in or signs out, then we will show how many people are in the office, who is in the office with the pictures, and we will also greet that person with a welcome, in this case Eric. So everybody, and the psychological reason behind that is that when we do it transparent and all the other agents see who the system believes is in the office, that they, if they see someone who is in the office but didn't sign in, that they will remind that person about it. So sort of a group pressure idea. And it also ultimately will be a positive thing that your office is one of those offices that really do provide some sort of security. So in case that when, it's not a matter of when, if, but when someone comes to the office and then later find out that they were contagious. Alrighty, so a person signed in. The same idea is when someone signs out, and let me take Jane, I'm gonna sign her out. And you will see that in a moment on the TV screens out there. Yep, here we have the new constellation of people in the office, and we will say goodbye to Jane that I just signed out. So using a mouse, super easy. It's part of the service that we already provide with these TV screens, but we want to make it a step easier. And I used a lot, tens, if not 20s of devices to find a way for you to have agents sign in touch-free. And I ended up with a solution where you guys, through the system, super easy, can print out QR codes and provide them to the agents. If they cut them out, then it happens to be so that these QR codes are in a perfect size, so an agent can print them on their, glue them to their business cards, so they have that in the pocket, or just this, or they obviously can take a picture of it to make it even easier for them to have the QR code on the phone. So let me see what happened. We signed someone in. Or if we use the credit card idea, what you see, and this person, Doug, he just signed out. But what you see here is a touch-free solution to signing in and out of your office. It could not be any easier. Your agents will be signing, or whoever should have their daily routine in the office, will sign in to following the well-being of our team and office is of top priority. Please acknowledge that you are healthy, display no signs of COVID-19, and will maintain proper precautions while in the office. That's what they sign in to, that they agree on, that they will do in the office. So this is also made so agents cannot sign in remotely and sort of trick the system. They can only sign in or out in the office. I'm going to share my screen because we will now look at what a manager can see. So I'm here, and I will go to a manager's screen. So any manager that will see this, agents can also see this, except that agents will not see this in-out button. That in-out button is for managers. You can, as a manager, sign in people, like I sign in Catherine, George, or I sign them out. Super easy. This is where you will create the QR codes. Obviously, in the beginning, you'll just print them all out, but later you are going to select specific QR codes for some specific agents who want you to give it to them again. Then you just select that, and you get it on a paper size, perfect letter size for your printers, to make it as inexpensive as possible for you. So you basically print it out on paper. You can use thicker papers or whatever, but it is super easy to print out. All right, all of that works. We're going to go back to this screen here. Now, one of your agents, so let's say in this example, we have David over here. He calls in, and because he realized that probably all of last week, maybe even longer, he was contagious. Alrighty, so you will now go into the contact tracing part of this. We are then looking from, let's say, last Sunday, Sunday the 4th, from the Sunday the 14th, super early in the morning, until, let's say, this Saturday, last Saturday. So that would be the 20th. And let's just say in the evening at some point. So within that time frame, that was when David, he said he was contagious, and we will now look at when were he in the office. So we can see here that he was there a Wednesday, a Thursday, and Friday. Now the really smart thing with this, that you are also tracing when, or registering when agents leave the office, is that in this case, he arrived in the office in the early morning and was only there for 2 hours on that Wednesday the 17th, from 7 in the morning till around 9 o'clock in the morning. So there's no need to worry agents who came in the afternoon, or basically only agents who would potentially have been in contact with him in this time frame. So we have these 3 specific time frames where he was in the office that week. So let's check them, and then we will see, when I click this plus sign, who else were there in the office. And here we have, these are the people that we probably should send a warning to. You get the phone numbers, you get the email addresses, you can connect with them the way that you normally do. But we do have this extra feature. You can just automatically do it by check marking them all, and then click this message sign here. You can then choose whether you want to send a text and or you want to send an email, and then you send the message, whatever that message might be. It is that easy. So I want to show you so that each person who have access, because your agents can get access to the system if they want, if you let them do that. They click the profile, and in the profile, they will see their own QR code, so they can print out their, let's say, their profile page. Also, that QR code is on a perfect size, so if they cut it out and glue it on their business card, then they save that, or they just take a picture of the screen. So that is it. That is how easy it is to deal with. So let me see, I made some comments here, so I remember them. Again, the clear benefit for you to register both when the agents arrive and when they leave is that someone or the authorities are contacting you, that extended time back in time, that they were contagious and they need to know who else these people were in contact, potentially in contact with. So if an agent do not sign out, that agent, now you have to warn everybody for the entire day, where it was only needed to warn people in the beginning of the day, or that person didn't sign out yet. Well, then if it was someone else who were contagious, then you have to warn that person, even though, because the only thing you know was that that person was there some part of that day. So have them also learn to sign out for their own best and their colleagues' best. The indication so far is that agents will find it attractive that they belong to an office that have some great solutions in this unfortunate situation where we do need to do these contact tracings, but you are able to warn them when it really matters. And it is not a question of if an office will meet this within the next year or more. It is a matter of when. And the earlier that you start this, the more data you will have back in time, so you really are prepared when that day comes. As time goes by, we are going to do much more, you can say, data mining of information you can get about when agents are arriving in your office, when they are leaving. Who knows, you can only be there for a certain time. So right now you either have to close down the office to only these official times, or if you have it still open, you might need to know, let's say Sunday afternoon, there are really a fair amount of agents, so you need to have the office cleaned. You will get a lot of information about that by having the agents understand the benefit for them to sign in on this. And remember, since we're doing it transparent, the other agents will help you remind the agents who don't sign in that they should sign in. That's it. Thank you for watching this, and contact me. I can show this live on Zoom, or I can come to your office and we can I can set it up. It is incredibly quick to set up. Thank you.